do we fight? I help you, champion? You wish to know I began, then did not. I was taught where I hardly. How may I help you? The arena of as the day way beware.
A striking woman leans against the cabin top of her sailing boat, smiling as you approach. Her green...
Good evening, officers. I'm Joyce. Joyce L. Messier. I represent the board of Wild Pines, the owners of the harbour. You gentlemen must be from the RCM. I'm glad to see you here.
Like steel. There is strength there. If she...
I was dispatched to handle a strike, not a lynching.
That is good to hear, madame. My colleague will take the lead on this interview. I should let you know that he is recovering from an unusual medical episode.
How interesting. I wish you a swift recovery. In the meanwhile, you have my full cooperation, and the full cooperation of the Wild Pines group. Of course, Detective. You're back. Good.
Is what you want to say, but it isn't that easy, is it? Look at that lady. Take a gander. Why, yes, tucked away under that sturdy green raincoat, almost rustic in its simplest, while dull orange pearls. These are the kind eyes of the rich man that seem to say everything. Now look at you, you misery-clad simian, barely able to tie your own laces. Your armpits are lakes, a scythe of boot. You're poor, poor as balls. You can't ask this person for money. You're too. You think your little communism protects you from this feeling? No.
As I was saying, if there's any way I may be of assistance, please don't hesitate to ask. You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
I am sorry. It just doesn't come out of your mouth.
Excuse me? I didn't hear you. Of course. You're back. Good. What can...
I am sorry.
You're back. Good.
I am sorry.
You're back. Good. What can...
Voila, you're doing it. Really put your back into it. Yell it from the top of your lungs.
Of course. How much...
She's surprisingly nonchalant about this. Could it be that she somehow knows more about...
That's a good sum. Not too small. Not fantastically large.
She removes a few notes and hands them to you.
So, I hope I didn't just bribe you, officer. It may not be technically illegal under the Emergency Act, but still.
You're right, ma'am, that donations are permitted under the Emergency Act, unseemly as it may.
Which he most certainly will do. Now, how else can I help the RCM today, besides supplementing its salaries? Quite a few things, I'm afraid. The information I'm to share with you includes sensitive trade secrets. For the sake of my employer, I have...
Of course, ma'am. We should have introduced ourselves. And this is my colleague from Precinct 41. I'm afraid he doesn't have his badge at the moment. I hope mine will soon.
How curious. Why is that, Detective? I see. So, are you saying you lost your badge during the course of this episode? Oh dear. Some kind of encephalop... I do believe you, naive as that may sound.
As I said, ma'am, his technique may be very
Of course, I sympathize, but I'm...
She's a professional negotiator. She should be open to some sort of mutually beneficial arrangement. She's a negotiator. Just float a favor at her.
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it.
You're in, but expect her to drive a...
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in my...
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over the right stones, or you can recover your badge. Though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds...
Detective, a word in private before we continue. We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold. You should take care of that, then. I'll also take a room at the Whirling. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective. Honestly, I was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchman. This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? It's quite straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff. Yes. After they clear the...
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say that
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the union doesn't... Yes, but you won't get anything out of Everart and the dock workers union. Still. Unlikely, officer. I'm talking about the lorries. Once the ingredients reach Jamrock, perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now. Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you. The two might...
or not? Though, if you have evidence to the...
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done. We did. On more than one occasion. Apparently there's some...
We know the company has launched its own probe into the union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty.
Well, here's your chance, officers. How do you think they're financing this strike? There are thousands of unpaid dock...
There was a shakedown of local businesses preceding the strike. Many were squeezed.
With all due respect to these desert... Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night... No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. This is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the trade, thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the...
Well, at least this solves one...
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wonder since I first drove...
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand. Yes? Excellent. It may come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way. What we do. I'm afraid I don't speak for Wild Pines as a whole. It's a giant undertaking. The Pines' core competency is, and that is the terminal.
The Wild Pines Group is one of the original Revacholian Indo-tribes. Companies awarded royal monopolies by the king, the suzerain himself, Son-Baptiste, LUM, an unknown entity.
Why, thank you. I'm not at liberty to discuss the company balance sheet, but I...
A billion?
Yes, past a certain point, numbers begin to seem imaginary, but they are quite real for the 72... A conglomerate the size of Wild Pines is like a... They started as an exploration. Centuries of care, deliberation, and madness have gone into this endeavor. You mean aside from being the terminal's legal owners, who are responsible for moving 8% of the world's cargo? There are no minor cogs in the system. Each terminal must be accounted for, lest the entire...
With your help, hopefully, says her warm tone.
Why, yes I am. The boat? No. It is called Cordelati 19 because that's the type of... It's a pleasure craft. A 19 pacer. It also happens to be rated for category... My sloop? I like it a lot. It's the eel's hips, baby.
I'm enjoying this part of the interview. It has so...
I really do, the lieutenant thinks. Is she thrown off yet? He's looking...
Of course there are. We're on an archipelago. How else are you supposed to get around? Yes, we are. We are on Le Caillou. I haven't seen anyone else drive a souped-up Capri Canadian.
Actually, that motor carriage has been specially issued to serve as... It's for crossing long distances in a greater...
Neither is this. A toy, I mean. It's a machine for crossing long distances in the Bay of Revachol. Between the city... Officer, I assure you I'm a...
The crowns of her teeth are porcelain, white as the boat's hull as she smiles. Qualified pleasure craft operator. So charming. Where's the...
Why wouldn't it be? This is Revachol, Wayfair Act and all. Anyone can drive a boat. Good. This... reality. Ah, yes. The episode...
Don't be phased, madame. He functions perfectly well.
We may be here a while then.
All right, we're in. I know these all look good, but begin with the first, okay?
Glad to have been of assistance.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to ring.
They do after 7 days, yeah.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants, and the material appears to be ceramic. It's clean white, delicate, and fragile. They feel alien to the...
They're armor, no boots. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, ceramic plate, Zirconium dioxide, most likely. Under the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous and it is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that, for a full set, about 4 years of wages.
For the northwest region of Revachol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank.
By catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them? It means disciplinary hearing.
The lieutenant nods often. It's part of his unplastic expression range, communicating both.
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on. We should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor. No, he must have worn something precious underneath his clothes. They've removed all his clothes to get to. They usually hang them completely naked for that. La puta madre, the Mazda, the besmirties and the like.
Fucking talking about underpants.
A small bell-like sound fills the air. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic.
Faint, organic lines cover the plates, wet like whirls of floorboards. The design looks organic, influenced by if trees were made of porcelain. This is what the smooth, glossy surface fractures. The whirls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50 100.
Good. Can you read it to me? We have a make and a number. That's something. We can use the radio in my kinema when we're done. That's for us to find out. My initial report on just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
This feels dangerous. Are you sure? The stench fills your nostrils.
Stop! Pig's gonna pull his head off.
Brutal! What's wrong with you, asshole?
I don't know, baby. I don't know why he's such a...
Officer, if I may ask, what were you trying to achieve by putting on the deceased foot?
The cadaver slowly twists. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. This is a steel-reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used...
Airlifting. I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. The local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they use whatever was on hand, without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. I was afraid it would be. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problem. The brief suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? Then you should ask me the first moment we get. A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch.
Could be. The shape of the branch supports the theory. The cadaver hangs from the cargo, an intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time his corpse is marked by stars. Alcohol? Your fist clenches suddenly. Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Of no nation that I know of. If anything, it reminds me of religious illumination, last or penultimate century. Men who live... I agree.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like...
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour.
In case we need it. Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
There is only one ampoule left. Use it wisely.
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter, to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. Sure, just don't lose it.
The glassy-eyed corpse looks by. His eyes are milky white, and dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode. From the organic processes, the corpse looks right through. The man before you is naked, but for his eyes, dark brown hair grows on his head.
I'm gone. I'm a joke. Look at me. A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer. Go ahead, Coppo. Into the wild. In the past. Way out. What do you mean? It's the power of your imagination. Go ahead. Ask me more, because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Here you go, you loony. Fuck no. You're no Rooney. No, you're not a Harry either. You're a motherfuck because you have. Do I remind you of...
A child born with Muller's disease, harlequinism, grown up miraculously.
You sure wriggled out of that one, Coppellini? Come back later, Coppo. Amuse yourself with... Of course. You come back later, Coppo. Amuse...
As you narrow your eyes, the monster... This is a trick. You've done it before. Pink is where the blood settled in the first hours post-mortem. You can use it to see if the corpse has been tampered with. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark.
I see it. His neck too. The lividity goes right up his chin.
The monster comes back into focus.
So, what do you think? I do. Most of them are post-mortem. Maybe even all of them.
Stop talking in riddles, coin slot.
It means you fucked him up good, Kuno. Fucked him up brutal like.
Agreed. Especially on the neck. The belt acted like a tourniquet, keeping the blood in his head. The hypostasis supports her hanging. There's always a chance. We should check for ligament marks on his neck to see if they're in tune with the belt. We'll have to get him.
A pool of blood and feces has eaten into the frozen mud below the man's feet. Purge liquid is dripping into it. Drop.
The victim appears to have contained no more than half a kilogram of...
The fuck he's saying?
Talking about shit.
Malicious laughter erupts in the yard.
Big said he's a...
The lieutenant's face is made of stone.
I agree.
His personality is
Totally dead. Absolutely.
But there is no breath.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things once he's done.
The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered.
The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting the airship strength material. Someone else? You mean like the police? Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast. Climb up there and... so there has to be a less risky way, with less falling down of trees. I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appeared to be suspect in this case. It seems like a
But what other options? The corpse twists on the belt, like chicken on a skew.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pigs!
How?
Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
Where? Ah, yes, I see.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain the Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said. Silence. With his and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing it in place. That's a Kiel A9090 armistice, mass-produced. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's test position, taking aim. The corner of his eye.
He's gonna fucking miss!
The chip voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements.
God damn it.
Fucking idiot! Mookabat asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
No, we are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on that.
Kuno's sorry too.
The lieutenant doesn't say a word, just looks at the gun.
Remain collegial, officer. It was an honest mistake, and I will not repeat it. No, any more mistake. I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can... It's bad as it is. Us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead, I'm not stopping you. Just don't...
They only have one gun!
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever seen.
Yeah, take it, you fucking banani pointer! Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth!
The cold piece of bakelite and gun.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth!
The buckle comes into
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous.
Don't.
Do it! Put it right here, Mulka!
Intense shit, copper.
Fucker waved his gun! It wasn't intense, it was pathetic. Or what? You gonna fuck me?
Your field of view, the slow movement of the...
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes... You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry, I knew it! What a mulka!
The armistice is sufficiently precise, officer. Especially...
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot. It's your pig hands.
Pigs don't have hands. They have like.
Kuno has hands.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of... As you narrow, this is a trick. Only the lower extremity.
I see it.
The monster.
So, what do you think? Agreed. Especially, everything here seems to corroborate that assumption. But we should still get him down before signing a probable code.
The pool of...
The victim...
The fuck he...
Talking about shit.
Maybe. I do.
Stop talking and...
He means you fucked him up.
But there is no breath to catch. Only the cadaver filling the air and your nostrils.
I'm gone. In the past. I'm a joke. Look at me. There is nothing funny. A killer. Go ahead. What do you mean? Ask me more. Because you're a copperoon. Here you go, you loony. Because you have... Fuck no. No, you don't. That's right. Stupid. Do I remind...
A child born with Muller's disease. Harlequinism.
No, not quite. You sure I got out of that one. Coppellini. Come back later, Coppo.
Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of these things. The steel-reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do...
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of...
Yes, we do.
Yeah, bang.
How? Where the buckle ties the rope to the branch. That's a good spot to aim.
It absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work.
Yeah, now we're talking.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss, Kuno.
The lieutenant's brow is furrowed. He appears too deep in concentration to even notice what you said.
What else can we do?
He breathed.
Oh yeah, do this shit. Fuck it up.
I'll blow his head off.
Take it.
Yeah, take...
Silence. And produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 taps, securing it. That's a keel. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position, taking aim. The corner of...
He's gonna fucking...
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes.
God damn it.
Fucking idiot.
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped.
No, any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate...
Kuno's...
The lieutenant doesn't say a word.
I have to say, it's beginning... It's bad as it is. Go ahead.
This is the...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boyka. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece.
The fuck are you waiting for?
The buckle comes in.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field of the slow move.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. Your hand goes numb from the explosion. With your ear... man before you is naked, but
Yes, we do.
Yeah, bang bang.
How?
where the buckle ties the rope to the branch.
Where? Ah,
Yeah, now
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Silence and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 times, securing it. That's a Kiel A9090 Armistice, mass-produced muzzle loader, ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's steps.
He's gonna
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the.
god damn it.
Kuno could have hit it easy.
I have to say, it's beginning to... It's bad. Go ahead.
This is the
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana.
The cold peak.
The fuck are you?
The buckle.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
Your field. The slow.
Look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
A plume of. The man before you is naked.
Yes, we do.
Yeah, bang.
How?
Where the buckle ties the ropes.
Where?
yeah. Now what?
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Silence and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks, securing. That's a Kiel. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's steps position, taking aim.
He's gonna fucking.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that
God damn it.
Fucking in.
Kuno could have hit it easy.
I have to say, it's big. It's bad as it... Go ahead.
This is the
Yeah, take it, you fucking.
the cold peak.
The fuck are you waiting for?
The buckle comes into.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss.
The buckle explodes into tiny pieces. With your hand numb from the recoil, you look, looking straight at you. Helpless.
Communism.
It takes a millisecond for the association to flash within your cortex. Then, the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashes sideways into the spring mud, letting out a horrid.
Fuck you, Kurpale!
By being a damn good shot. Ace is high.
The ace is high. The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the.
I knew these guys were.
We will perform a field autopsy. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the stand. I would suggest we interview Everhart and Joyce, the leader of the Union and the Wild Pines Rep. But we've already done that, so it's up to you, detective.
He trusts you have plenty of things in the task chain. The rotting man lies on his side. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back late.
Come on, officer. You know.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, Corpus Mundi, is the world's highest summit, and the failure of the 38 single, Epui Descent, to crack the top 20 was the death.
There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, they are lacking hygienically. I suggest you get in there in limited capacity. I mean when I need you to. Until then, I should handle... In your paperwork, officer, just fill out the field autopsy form. You've lost your paperwork, haven't you?
Fucking runkari!
Man up, pig. You're embarrassing, Kuno.
Somewhere else?
Now they only have one.
Officer, what haven't you lost? Good. Otherwise you would only have one shoe now. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several actually, but only if it helps move... Right. The autopsy form is near the end.
The dead man's stick above those, and 11 field info form.
That's you.
The corpse is indifferent to your scribblings.
KK57. Next. NA. Next. NA.
Dry 40. The damage is so extensive, it's better to err on the young side. He nods.
Mondial.
Fair to olive-skinned, from the Isola of Mwindi. The pudgy mess of curdled meat looks...
Fucky fucky!
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Nor does he look male.
We're still going with March 4th. What else? 9.
KK57.
None. At least not after the initial examination. They'd have to have incapacitated and carried him over. This man was more than a match for him.
Your central nervous system recognizes this gesture. It's the stations of the breath. Somewhere in Jamrock North, a small wood shed, elsewhere yet, an obese female. The building is tall, 7 stories, wind-wrapped in solitude. Most of, and so, all across Jamrock.
We should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his chest. It no longer meaningfully interacts with its
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs.
See, it's happening.
Babrodin, yes.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing.
The boots are ceramic. Vitreous, and the boot has a serial number. Tattoos. The upper torso is cut. The assistant has a The deceased has a belt for early, well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short. Lividity is consistent with hanging.
Fucking low velocity. You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking max. Talking shit about Kuno's...
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest, consistent with predation. Ligature mark. The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove...
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Always good to think ahead. Now, we need to cut the belt to...
See, my pig is gonna
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
You jam the cutters right under the knot. That seems like a smart idea. Yeah, somewhere there. Already, the lieutenant looks by, somewhat worried as you summon power word. A really, really bad smell is coming.
Yeah, fuck him. Fuck that fuck.
Told you my pig was hardcore.
I should have a go first. I think I have a strategy. His head, yes. You were about to cut off his head.
Yes, that's much better. Snap. The knot is slashed. The man before you is naked, but...
Yes, we do.
Yeah, bang bang time, pig. Shoot his head off.
buckle ties the rope.
Where?
Yeah.
They'll miss. The pigs will miss Kuno.
Silent and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. Securing it, that's a Kiel A9090. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's desk position. Take it. The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that
God damn it.
a lot of things.
Kuno could have hit it easy.
I have...
You know, you don't feel like too bad of a shock yourself.
It's bad. Go ahead.
This is the...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana boy.
The cold, the buckle comes in.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least
Your fear is slow.
look, he's crying. You gonna cry now, fucking faggoty?
The buckle explodes with your hand looking straight at you.
Communism.
It takes a minute. Then the rigor in his muscles gives up, and he smashed.
Ace is high.
The ace is high. The lieutenant takes a little hop to perform the customary salutation. Your palm hurts from the slap. It's precise and down to the point.
I knew these guys were...
We will perform. It looks like I feel like taking a break from the... I would suggest...
He trusts you. The rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Come on, officer.
What you do know is, at 18.9 kilometers, the dormant shield volcano, you must have me confused with the Copperpedia. You, sir, you are the Copperpedia.
Fine. It's a 3-part. A scalpel is not always required. I hope this is one of those cases. Latex gloves are, however. There truly is a time for everything, even for yellow gardening gloves. However, I'll ask you when I need you to. In your paperwork, officer, just fill up.
Now they only have one
Officer, what haven't you lost? Yes, barely. I can give you my paperwork. There's an autopsy form there. Several lectures. Yes, well.
It's okay to cry, Runkari.
Right. The autopsy form is near the end.
Hey, so we've been monitoring you internally, and now we know you're copper. Guess. No, you're the sorry cop. The cop who's sorriest. Let's make it official then. What? Jealous of the sorry? They'll be super fine. It'll be totally what? They'll be what? Jealous of the sorry cop? I think that They'll be super, super fine. It'll be totally okay. Yes, impotent rage and lamentation. Let's wrap it up? No, you don't. Come on. You'll be... Wow. Okay. Fuck off. The rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep... The dead man above those.
That's you.
The corpse.
KK next. NA.
Dry 40. He
Mondial.
fair to on the pudgy men.
Male.
Pigs can have sex.
Nor the
We're still going. What else?
KK.
None. At least not after the initial examination. Then again,
Your central nervous somewhere in Jamrock North. Elsewhere yet. The building and so.
we should start the post-mortem.
The corpse cannot feel Kim's hand on his... The rotting man. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
I'm afraid we can't continue before we've gone through both clothes. Babroudin.
The disappointment.
The boots are ceramic. The boot has tattoos. The upper torso. The assistant. The deceased well nourished. Body hair is light brown. Distribution is lividity.
Fucking loud talking shit.
In addition, there are bite marks, ligature marks. The steel wire.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters. The hanged man lets out a joyous little...
Always good to think we need to cut.
See?
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
The belt is the knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there. After some deliberation, snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension.
As it ought to. This is where its grip on the curve.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Chest is intact.
No! Let's get out and see!
I fucking knew it!
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
The dead man's penis is average sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven.
Back is symmetrical and intact. In addition, I see smaller, residual scars.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades. Dispersal and accumulation.
We have a real... Last item. Hands. Hands are clean. No sign of a recent struggle. Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next? Central nervous system.
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
What would that be?
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of it.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer. Good. Musculoskeletal.
With his eyes almost closed, the
Yeah, jack that
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system, respiratory system. Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, hepatobiliary, NA. Are you a hepatobiliary expert? Neither am I. That's it. Same for toxicology and serology, NA. Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there? Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if he was brimming with cocaine. But...
brimming with cocaine.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lift. Gastrointestinal. Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila. What's next on the list? Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on
Be thorough if you want maximum result.
head, chest and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by bird. And your opinion, officer? Agreed. Next injury? So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory.
At maximum velocity, fuck.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description.
Right. Next, a dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Why do you say that? Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal? Now you're just undermining yourself for the sake of it. What's strange is, I agree. I was sure we had our cause of death here. Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over. Now we put him in a body bag and I drive him.
The lieutenant looks at you. Tilt your head. I'm sure we didn't get everything.
Shoot, Looney Rooney. Come back later, Corporal. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your...
The man is... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your hands over the victim's cold body, his limbs, his torso with the genitals in his...
Can't get enough of that dick.
Do you think we missed something?
You can't shake the feeling that there are more secrets concealed.
Okay, well, we are in livor mortis here. He is disintegrating. We need to refrigerate the body. If you want for this task to slowly become impossible, then yes. If you want for this task to slowly become impossible, it would have to be industrial in size.
Fuck are you looking at, Beano man? You want...
Only if all else fails. This is one task we cannot.
The man is decomposing. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run. The man is The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your hands over the... The man is The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Okay, I need a little help for carrying him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can take care of the rest.
The man is... The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. You run your hands over the victim. man is the lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath. Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's his face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, they are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in. Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore.
The fuck is he doing?
The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out. The oral cavity is cold and moist. You're on the right track. The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is... Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip is a vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands, and you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
I see it.
Kuno is silent. A black trickle of liquid runs into your index, fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage.
The fuck is happening?
Ah, shit, see?
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here? This man will never sleep again. Never wake. Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no The lieutenant answers with a sound.
Fucking cavity, see?
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity. All the muscles in your body harden. Time to enter him. Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like ice-cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
Can you get to it?
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium. Right, the object that is in there stops just short.
We have the makings of...
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
You pick the object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, with a plop. Your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in...
Fucking beautiful.
a bullet.
The bullet falls in the bag.
A non-caliber. Rifled. Some kind of brittle alloy. Fractured on impact. Of course, you deserve it. Looks like we need to add one more item to your injury list. Injury number 4. Ovalontary high velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound? Opinion, fatal injury. And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Yes, and the belt around his neck. The hanging. Even dragging him to the yard. I've had this doubt since you showed me the tracks, officer. We could not account for why they... There have been other signs too. Small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in that.
To hide something. The real killer, the real motive, that's for us to find out. But this, it will make... Yes, we should take a closer look at...
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the whirling... We put him in a bag and carry him to the holding... I would drive him to processing, but it's too late to do that. One more thing. This was really good work, detective.
All right.
I will need a little help carrying him.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Sir, officer. What? Got it. I'll contact the ICP database immediately.
The International Collaboration Police, ICP, is...
Just a moment.
10-4, come in, officer. Over. Roger that. 10-10.
Yes?
Can I help you? Yes. Have you got... Well? Great. Thank you, officer. That's all I wanted. Payment for services rendered. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m. Please pay for each night in advance.
I'll take a room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests.
Yes?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation.
The air outside is brisk. The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically. I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something...
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool.
You're cold, detective. Again, I only have exactly one every night. You're cold, detective. Again, I only have exactly one. You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of...
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a... Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes it.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day. Well, we inspected the victim's body. I would say our initial inspection was very thorough. Then you shot the body down, which was quite the shot. I admit I wasn't sure whether I should give you the gun, but I'm glad I did. Moreover, you found that the hanged man wasn't just hanged, and you managed to locate and pull out the bullet, so we can get back. The rest is up to the boys in processing. Maybe they will surprise. There's still work to be done at the crime scene, however. We mustn't forget that. Now for the interviews. Including Everard Clare. He wasn't particularly forthcoming with useful information, however. Claire also helped you, how should I say, remember your name? That's a relief. You can look into the process of changing your name after we finish this. We tried to interview the Wild Palms. I have a feeling Joyce knows. Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a standard Precinct 41 practice?
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
It's impressive, especially for a man your... Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange. They're quite limited, actually. The power officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government. You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. Yes, the last time was for...
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact.
That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility. Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence. The coalition government, the RCM, was formed by the... Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM. Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the Moralintern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city. The Moralist International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place. Okay. They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Interesting question. It's a blue forget-me-not.
Something kind and something ominous. Something even a little feminine.
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist... A historic figure? The author of the Moralintern are a fact. I try not to have opinion. Do you? In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes. Spoken like a revolutionary, not a cop. But hypothetical aside, in Martinez we already are vigilantes.
The lights of the orphan district are reflected in the dying lights of this soldier.
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the Union, to the... We run this city. It's incredibly hard. Human beings are... Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our... Yeah, it's getting very cold now. Let's go.
The window stands broken. The bed is cold, and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets feel at once coarse and clammy against your skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out, and then sleep doesn't come. Maybe it's the bed's fault. Its synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. It barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. Under your thrumming eyelids, it's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed, your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood? You're not kidding anyone, Harry. Do you remember your wife's hand on your face? Do you remember the warmth of her thighs, between her legs and in her mouth? You know who I am. I'm the bad day. Reality will turn into a grotesque... That's right, funky baby. And you just stood there. Tell me, where are your friends? No, it's gone. You failed Elysium. You're not coming back from shit, thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours, bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding? You're trying to what? I can't hear.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. Oh yes, party boy, and it's worse than the one before. Just think of time to go to work in the shit factory.
Good going, buddy.